Karma Police. When Panic first started off, we would cover like Smashing Pumpkins' Tonight Tonight. We did Radiohead's Karma Police. We were doing all kinds of songs because we wanted kids to know about it. We were like, well, we have an opportunity, a platform. What can we show them? Here's some songs that changed our lives. Hopefully they do the same for you, or introduce some type of new art to your brain that you could soak up, little sponges. And like, it has to be something that's so fun. But a lot of times we only do these covers because they're fun for us to play. So we just kind of land that way naturally.
Undercover.
Welcome to Undercover. In this episode, we shake it like a Polaroid picture as Panic at the Disco's Brennan Urie breaks down the subtle genius of Andre 3000 with their version of the Outkast smash hit, Hey Ya, recorded at Spotify Studios in New York City.
So yeah, Panic at the Disco is known for doing covers. We've done a lot over the course of 13 years. We have done Radiohead, Smashing Pumpkins, Beatles, Queen. The reason that we choose the ones we do is because we're just a fan of the song. Initially, we're just the biggest fans of either the production, the writing, altogether, the artist, like whatever. It has to come from a place of passion. You have to be in love with that track. If you're doing it for like notoriety, it's probably gonna suffer because you're not gonna have the right mindset and no passion behind it. But yeah, I choose them just out of sheer fun.
1, 2, 3.
So when I first heard Outkast, Hey Ya, I was in high school. I believe I was a freshman. No, I had to be a little older than that. But either way, I didn't know what to think of this thing. It was so shocking to me. This song was unlike any other song I've ever heard in my life. Playing with minor and major chords for the music nerds out there, that's something that is so difficult to do, to marry to each other in a song. In a natural harmonic minor or a natural major scale, you would have, a certain amount of major, certain amount of minor chords. So with a C major, which they're playing, there's a C major, a G major, and A minor. But instead of the A minor, he's playing A major and singing a C, which it should be a C sharp for all you nerds. And it's so wild that it works out so well. It's such a rub, but you don't even notice it. It just feels quirky and fun. It's like John Lennon doing, I'm the Walrus, It's like all major chords, dude. I think he was just on acid and just forgot to change to minors. And it's got a weird timing. It's not even really in 4/4. It's got like a weird time signature where it skips, it adds a bar, it adds another bar, it takes away 2 beats, it adds another bar. But that also just kind of gives it that quirky, jumpy, bouncy vibe, which very few songs have in that same light. Like, they weren't overthinking it. And that's what I love so much about hip hop, and Outkast especially, is that they just don't overthink it. They say if it feels right, it feels right. When the lyrics come, that's where we can get a little heady. But man, it's crazy. Not many people can pull that off. It is not an easy thing to do, and it's such a specific vibe, but wow, they did it. They really did it. To read about those stories, I remember reading an interview with Andre Benjamin. He was saying he was so terrified to play that song for the first time because it was like a BET award show or something. And yeah, it was something similar to that in like a hip-hop world, which that song is hip-hop in its own right because it breaks all the rules. That's what makes it so great. But being terrified of playing it in front of these people because he didn't know what they were going to think. They might throw stuff at him or be like, wuss, whatever. What is this crappy poppy stuff? Still one of the most timeless songs, like an instant classic. When that came out, it was like, whoa, anybody, my grandma can jam to this. My homies can jam to this. It touches everybody's hearts, man. This is amazing. So Outkast has always been, one of those artists that have just excelled in terms of evolving over the years, never settling for whatever they had, never resting on their laurels, always becoming some new iteration of what they believe they are. Yeah, shout outs to Outkast. I hope we did it justice, man. That song is so fun. With Outkast, Hey Ya, that whole song is a hook. I mean, every 5 seconds, I relate it to one of my favorite movies, Top Secret, okay? This movie with Val Kilmer. It's one of my favorite movies because every 5 seconds, there's a joke. And with Outkast, Hey Ya, every 5 seconds, there's a new hook. It's in the verses a hook. I mean, he starts the song up and going, 1, 2, 3, boom, my baby don't mess around. I mean, that's so cool. What cooler way to start a song just straight up counting into an acoustic, If I had to describe Outkast, Hey Ya to somebody who's never heard it, I would have to say it's bouncy. It has acoustic guitar. There's no cymbals. It's literally a kick and snare. The production's gonna blow your mind. There's a farty synth in it. Bum, 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 bum. There's all kinds of different noises that pop in and out. And the lyrics are fun. Like I was saying, every 5 seconds is a hook. It's a new hook. It's like, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Hey ya. My baby don't mess around. It's so bouncy. It's just one of the most bouncy, feel-good songs. And when that came out, that was just the biggest summer song, I think, for me. Still is, man. I still bump that thing in my house. It's so light and bouncy. If you haven't heard it, come on. You living under a rock? I wanted to stay as true to the original as possible. However, I'm just high energy, okay? I have ADHD. I blame it all on that. I wanted to make it a little quicker, so I think I bumped it up about 4 BPMs, beats per minute for you guys. That it's not a huge change, but it's drastic enough to where it feels different, you know? It still feels bouncy, so that was kind of my way of saying we own this now, this version, at least. And I built a couple tracks to it, too. When I was home, I built the thing that I call the farty synth. It's like a low bass note. It's like very wah-wah. It's like a wah-wah pedal on it. And then there's like a little high synth. So there's all that kind of celeste kind of xylophone stuff happening. So I built those 2 tracks, and then everything else we just had our friend Kenny play guitar, Nicole was on bass, Dan was on drums, and I was doing vocals. And all of them sing as well. So to be able to do 4 people doing vocals is a huge difference for backgrounds as well. And that song, it sounds like it has a lot going on, but I think there's only like 4 instruments. You know, there's nothing too wild. They just know exactly how impactful to use them in certain scenarios. And that, as a musician, is frustrating in the best way because you just get jealous. You're like, oh, I should have, less is more. I should have gone with that, you know? I tend to overproduce, so it's just one of my favorite all-time songs. Even in the video for Hey Ya, Andre Benjamin plays like 12 different guys in a band. He's the backup singers, you know, the doo-wop, the keyboard player, the sad drummer, the quirky guitar player. It's really cool. So yeah, we wanted to use that to the best of our ability. We have 4 guys in our band, and we even had Dan like playing shakers on the Shake It Like a Polaroid picture. We had Nicole doing the backups. Even like the fun stuff that you hear in the backgrounds that were ad-libs, you know, you hear Andre Benjamin saying like, hey, hey-ya! You know what I mean? Like little things like that, kind of splitting of the responsibilities on those. That's so fun. That makes some of my favorite songs. I mean, it's like, Queen Bohemian Rhapsody is another example. It's like, Galileo, Galileo, Galileo. Like, those are weird things to do, but they so add to the song. If they didn't have that in the song, it wouldn't be the same. So to have Andre Benjamin yelling out things like, hey, uh-oh, you know what I mean? It's so fun. It makes me want to copy it. So we did.
To hear Panic at the Disco's cover of Hey Ya by Outkast, head over to the complete Spotify singles playlist, now streaming only on Spotify.
Undercover.